Coralie was a beautiful young girl who wanted to live. You could see it in her eyes. Every time we'd be told that she probably wouldn't make it, she'd survive and make it another day and another day, which is why, as a second name, we gave her the name Miracle. So her name was Coralie Miracle Miville. CHEO touched her life by giving her a chance. At first, nobody did, but CHEO was able to, through perseverance and great care, they managed to give her a chance to live.
Coralie had been transferred to the Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto for heart transplant surgery, and unfortunately died before she was able to have that surgery.
After the passing of our daughter, Coralie, I felt anger, frustration, helplessness, and totally depressed.
First, when Coralie passed away, I was not the same person as I am today. I was in a very dark period of my life.
After Coralie's passing in Toronto at Sick Kids, my wife and I came back to Ottawa, and a few weeks after our return, we had a call from the Roger Nielsen House just to do a checkup with us to see whether or not we needed something.
I became aware of their story and called them to check in to see what they needed to assess how we could best serve them and provide them with therapeutic support if that's something that they wanted.
And that's when they introduced us to their bereavement program, and they invited us to attend, and they coordinated everything for us to join the group, and that turned out to be the best decision we ever made. The Roger Nielsen House enabled us to, through the group sessions, to talk with other parents that were living the same thing. And that made it so much easier.
We felt that CHEO never let us down throughout this whole process. It continued even after the passing of our daughter. For myself, for my husband, for my children.
CHEO is great at giving to children and their parents. They take care of everybody.
You know, we hear a lot about the doctors and the nurses, how they do great care, but there's other people in the backgrounds, social workers, therapists, volunteers also have a huge impact.
We've all benefited as a whole of the services and the compassion and love that is shared by the staff. It goes beyond just a patient-doctor relationship.
When I first met Marie-Claire and Bruno, they were incredibly sad and incredibly torn by the trauma they had experienced. And to see them now in a place of resiliency and happiness, and still be able to talk about their daughter with so much love and pride and sharing her story, that is a success.
I feel extremely thankful as to where we are today. Coralie has brought a lot to our lives. Basically, the perception of life, our family closeness. We are blessed to have another child, Tristan, and we ended up calling Tristan, his second name is Journey, Tristan Journey Miville, as he was part of this journey, and perhaps today he would not be part of our family had it not been for Coralie in the first place.
People often say to me, I could never do your job. I don't know how you do your job. It must be so terribly sad. And of course there are sad moments, but there are incredible successes and incredible relationships that are formed with families.
It's been 2 years since Coralie's passing. Today I feel good. If we looked at how I felt 2 years ago, I was not the same person. Thanks to the Roger Nielsen House, I was able to evolve in my grief, and as a family we also evolved a lot.
I'm very thankful because I don't think we would be here today if it wouldn't have been for CHEO and the support and the services we receive from CHEO and Roger Nielsen House.
I feel very proud of the work that we've accomplished together as a team. Marie-Claire and Bruno have done a tremendous amount of work in their healing and in their ability to celebrate Coralie in their family. And that makes me smile. That makes me proud.
As an employee of Costco, I am very happy to be part of an organization that supports CHEO. CHEO has done so much for us in our lives, and I am so thankful to have this as part of our community.